I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I've got a little hematoma in this eye, so sorry if that's kind of unpleasant to look at, but the show must go on. I'm going to start off with a cleanser from Tarababyz. I got a mini in one of those gift with purchase deals that you get from Ulta. They have them pretty frequently, and they have some really good like samples in their little gift with purchases. Anyway, there was a little sample of this Tarababyz cleanser. It's the Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser for dry to very dry skin. I've been venturing out and trying like skincare samples a little bit more frequently than I usually do because I got that dry, sensitive, acne-prone skin, and I'm just like, live a little, So I've been trying samples and finding some like good stuff, right? I originally thought that this would leave like a residue on the skin because of that oil, foaming oil aspect of it, but it does say residue free on here, and it's it doesn't feel really oily in the hands. Like when you feel the texture of it, it's almost like a watery kind of oil, and it does a really good job of cleaning the skin. So I'm not sure if we're going into like the fall and it's been so dry out. I actually think that my really dry eyes is part of the reason why I have this little hematoma. Like they were so dry the other day. Like I thought that if I would blink that my eyes were gonna stick together, and I didn't have like I had carry around like Sustain Ultra moisturizing eye drops, and I use like the night gel at night. And I didn't have any, so they were like super dry, and I think that's what happened there. Anyway, I don't know if it's because it's getting into the fall and it's really dry, or if this could potentially be making my skin feel a little bit more dry. I'm not sure. And I'm going to switch it up with another cleanser just to make sure that this isn't what's stripping my skin, because sometimes oil products like this can actually grab onto oil that's in your skin already and pull that out, Again, my skin doesn't feel super dry after I use this, but it does feel very clean. So I do got to toy around with it a little bit more. But originally I did use up the sample and I really liked it. And again, we're going into that fall. It's getting drier. I'm not sure if it's the fall or if it's the cleanser, but we're going to keep going with it and see how it goes. And I'm going to switch it up with another cleanser to kind of pinpoint to see if it is stripping my skin. Out of all the CeraVe cleansers that I've tried, which I think there are 4 of them and I've tried all of them, this one here makes my skin feel the cleanest. It's got squalene oil, known to help retain moisture, removes makeup, gently cleanses dirt, oil, and impurities, gentle foam, suitable for eczema, residue free. So yeah, it doesn't leave a residue on the skin for that oil factor. So yeah, I got that guy. And then I picked up the Benefit Chocolicious Cheeks Mini Bronzer and Blush Palette. I don't know what my deal is, but I always like to get one variation of the Benefit cheek palettes that come out for the holidays, which this I believe is a holiday launch. It says made with Mini Hula Bronzer, Mini Willa Blush, Mini Cherry Blush. And I don't have the cherry version of the blush, and I do like the box blushes from Benefit, so they're kind of saying made with like its ingredients. Hula's made in France, and the 2 blushes are made in Italy, and they're 2.5 or 0.08 ounces each. And this is actually what I've got on my face today for bronzer and blush. I've got the cherry blush and the Hula bronzer. So what's nice about this particular version of the holiday cheek palette that comes out every year is it's much smaller. In the past they've been so much more bulky, but they've also had like the full sizes in them as well. So that definitely makes a difference. So this was $32, and here's one. I believe this was from last year. I really like this one. The shades in this one are 0.21 ounces and 0.28 ounces. So you are getting, the full size products in this version of it compared to this one. So this one's more travel friendly, if you will. And I'm sure you guys have seen these products over and over, but there's a paper inside of there that says Benefit. And then we've got Hula, which I've got on, Willa, and then Cherry Blush, which I also have on. And I will be going somewhere in a few days, and I think I'm going to take this with because it's just so easy. So yeah, I got that guy. So that's the Benefit Chocolicious Cheeks, and I think there are 2 or 3, maybe two of these out there like that this year. I also picked up the new Natasha Deanna I Need a Warm eyeshadow palette. So this guy's got 18.15 grams or 0.640 ounces of product in here. And this one is made in Italy. So here is the box packaging. I just buy and collect all the Natasha Deanna eyeshadow palettes. I do like the formulations in the majority of the palettes, but this here, oh gosh, just needs to switch it up. I don't know, something funner, because I feel like these have all been done before in her palettes, and I think we all kind of feel like that, but the packaging, the formulation, the color story is a very nice, warm, neutral palette. So nice, heavyweight kind of packaging. They're magnetized in there as well, so they're easy to take out. It's a one and done for me. Great variation of light, medium, dark in both the mattes and the shimmers, and they do perform really well. This one here is a multi-chrome, and it is really, really pretty. This shade right here, which multi-chromes are super hard to kind of show on camera, but great quality. I honestly don't feel like there's a dud in the palette. And these next ones. And these guys. And then these last three here. Yeah, so you can see they're really nice quality. And I have worn this palette. The looks are just very neutral. Very warm neutral. So I actually like to pair palettes like this with like poppin', blue, purple, pink, something like that on the lid. That's typically how I wear the nude palettes from Natasha Deanna, and then I use like the shimmers on the inner portion or whatever, you know. So that there is the new Natasha Deanna I Need a Warm palette. It probably should be called I Don't Need a Warm palette, another warm palette. But it is really a nice quality palette there from Natasha Deanna. And that is everything that I got in that I purchased this week. I did get in some great PR packages though. This first one is from Buxom. They came out with a new eyeshadow palette. It says Forever in the Nude. From subtle glam to a full-blown smolder, bring the heat with custom intensity formulas with Buxom's new Forever Babe Iconic Nudes eyeshadow palette and lash volumizing mascara. It says on the card the shadows are primer infused for long lasting eyeshadow color, true wear, blends and layers effortlessly, use wet or dry to adjust intensity and finish, which I never do that. I always just do dry over tacky primer. And I never have any issues with like fading with my eyeshadows because I do have that drier eyelid type. I don't have oily lids. So cruelty free, talc free, and vegan. So this card was also in the box right there. And I left the Natasha Deanna swatches up because I thought you could just compare maybe the shade colors. So this here is the Forever Babe Iconic Nudes eyeshadow palette. 8.1 grams or 0.29 ounces of product, and this one is made in Canada. So the best way that I could describe when I use the Buxom shadows is very light and kind of almost like they have a natural feel to them because it's a very thin formula. It does have pigmentation and impact and stuff like that, but it's just a little bit of a softer toned down look. That's how the looks turn out for me when I use their eyeshadows. So think like soft and subtle, if you will. So here is the packaging. It is a magnetic closure with cardboard, and then this is textured. And there is a mirror in there, and here are your 8 shades. This is easily a one and done for me as well because they did a good job with light, medium, and dark. Give you some swatches. So that's the Natasha Deanna that's still up there. Hopefully I can fit all these. I think I can. And then the bottom row. So obviously Natasha Deanna is much more warm in comparison, but that guy right there is the new Buxom Forever Babe Iconic Nudes palette right there. And then there was also a tube of the lash mascara, Buxom lash mascara in Black is Black, 0.37 ounces of product in here, and this one is made in the USA. So this has got a rubber bristle brush, and I have tried this mascara before. I'm not going to open this one because I have a decent amount of already open mascaras, but this guy here, I like it best when I like kind of put the first coat on, let it almost dry, and then I go back in with 2 coats to kind of get the volume and length that I like in mascara. But it's a nice mascara. It's just more along the natural lines in terms of mascara for me. And a huge thank you to Buxom for sending me over that package as well. Next up, I got a PR package from Patrick Ta, which this is the first PR package I've ever received from the brand. So excited, so appreciative. There were a ton of products in the box, including 9 of the silky lip creams. Some of them are called Monochrome Moment, and then some of them just say silky lip cream on them. So I'm actually wearing one of them on my lips today. And the best way I could describe these is like a really pigmented liquid lipstick, but not a dry down liquid lipstick. They last a long time. They have good shine. Like I've been wearing this one right here for at least 3 hours, and I've also ate and drank and I haven't reapplied it. And then after all the talking, like with the video in the first part that I've done, there's just a little tiny bit of gathering on the inner rim of my lips, but not bad. These have 0.23 fluid ounces of product, or 7 milliliters, and they are made in Italy. So this is the box packaging. The shade that I have got on today is the shade Shy. So this is what the actual packaging looks like. I originally went in almost like a gloss with these, and they're definitely more like, it's like a cream bullet lipstick in a tube. That's probably my best description. So you don't need as much as you think because it's in this more like gloss style packaging. I'll actually put a little bit more on because I can kind of show you guys, because I have been wearing that first layer for quite some time. Isn't that color pretty though? These are so pretty. I would have never thought to buy these, so I'm kind of kicking myself because these 2 particular shades have been my favorite so far, although I haven't dabbled a ton in the other shades just yet. I've worn these 2 shades, so these 2 that I have in my hand. So this first one is Shy. It's what I have on with the Huda Beauty Honey Beige lip liner that I hauled from last week. That one is Shy. And then we have got She's Unapologetic, which is a beautiful nude. Like, it was so funny because I just went to swipe these on like a gloss. And I was like, oh, those are like super pigmented. Oh, a nude after my heart, right? Okay, so that one is She's Unapologetic. And then we have Flushed. So this one is Flushed. Right there. This next one is She's Independent. That one is She's Independent. And then we have got She's Secure. So this one is She's Secure. And then we have She's Confident. This one is She's Confident. And then we've got Blushing. I'm trying to go in order from like light to dark. So this one is Blushing. Did I say Blushing? Yeah. That one is Blushing. And then we have got Seductive. That one is Seductive. And then the last shade that I have is Complicated. So that one is Complicated. One thing I do like to do is kind of wipe off like that part of my lips after I put these on. They do have a slight bit of a mint type of a scent to them. And when I put them on, just the teeniest bit of a mintiness to them, but it's not really long lived. So those are the silky lip creams right there. And again, I've got on this shade right here, which what did I say is called Shy. Yeah, and I really like them. And then they sent over 4 of the matte suede lipsticks. So these got 0.14 ounces or 4 grams of product in them. And these ones here are made in the USA. So here is the box packaging for those. And then here is the actual packaging. Like, you originally think that they would come off like this and the top was the cap, but it's just the opposite. The smaller component is the cap. So they are a click style component as well. And this first one here is She's Hard to Get. In this formulation for a matte lipstick, it's the silicone based kind, so they're also that formulation that feels comfortable on the lips because of that silicone in them. So again, this one is She's Hard to Get. I almost wore this one today. I was like really brighten up my face with my bright yellow shirt. So that one is She's Hard to Get. And then we've got Oh She's Single, which I think is my favorite shade out of the bunch, as we all can see why. So that one is Oh She's Single. And then we have She Must Be New. There's also an embossing on the bullet there. This one is She Must Be New. And then the fourth one is Blushing. So this one is Blushing right there, which is just a little bit more pink and a little bit darker than the other nude shade. So those are the 4 matte suede lipsticks. They also sent over 2 of the Major Dimensions eyeshadow palettes. The first one, which is the first eyeshadow palette the brand came out with, I did have, so I'm going to swatch the one that I have in use. So again, this is the first one, Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. There are 2 cream shades that are 0.065 ounces, and there are 10 eyeshadows that are also 0.06 ounces, and this one is made in the USA. So here is the box packaging right there. Here is the palette right here. So you've got the 2 cream shadows over here, and there's a little window to help the powder from getting in them, which I do like when, if there is going to be a cream in a palette like that, I do prefer it like that. And I have used these as bases as well, and they do work really nice. They just add, no pun intended, a different dimension to certain eyeshadows having that darker base, which is, I believe, the intention. So these 2 shades and these 2 shades are really sparkly shimmer shadows, and this one's almost like a matte base with some sparkles in it, a little bit less shimmery than the other 4, but everything on the top row has got some sparkle to it. And these next ones. And then these last 2. This one right here also is a matte base with some little fine sparkles in it. So that one right there is the Major Dimensions 1 eyeshadow palette right there. The next palette I did not have, so I was super excited to get this one. This is the Major Dimensions 3 palette. So it's also got 0.06 ounces of product in the powder shadows and 0.065 ounces of product in the cream shadows, and this one is also made in the USA. So it's got this little bit of a 2-tone imagery on the front there. So you can see the packaging differences. You've got 1, which is all chrome. You've got 2, which has got a chrome front with a border. And then you've got 3, which is it's got the border on it, but instead of the chrome, it's like a matte front on it. I do like it when brands do that so you can distinguish which palette you're reaching for. So this one here is all mattes, and I do get along with the Patrick Ta shadow formula really well. Again, this one's all matte shadows, and you've got the 2 creams. So let's swatch those first. And I did leave up that first palette as well so you can see them next to each other. So should I just put them up here so you can see the 2 creams next to each other right there? So you've got a really deep brown and a black cream in there. I almost went ahead and did just an all matte look, and I was like, I can't do it. I have to have some sparkle. So like when I use like this palette here, I like to pair it with something like the Seahorse palette from Adept or something like that, you know. I really should just do an all matte neutral look one day. I'd probably really love it. But I like some sparkle, you know. This one, and we'll kind of go backwards like this. It's got both like warm and cool tones in it as well. And then these last 2, which kind of look like the powder versions of the creams. So that one right there is the Major Dimensions 3 palette, and then you've got the first one. You can see all the tones kind of together there. I've actually got quite a few of the blush duos as well, and those are super, super nice products as well. They also sent over this Dewy Milk Mist, and I'm really excited to report how much I like this, because this is a product I would have never kind of thought to purchase because I'm so finicky with what I put on my face, you know, but I really like this. It's the She's Thirsty Dewy Milk Mist. I'm not sure. I think this is a newer product. 1.6 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters in here, and this one is made in the USA. So here is the box packaging, and here is the bottle. Very, very pretty. It does have a stronger mister, but it's still quite fine. And this is the spray that I used on my face to set today. And I was, like I said, I'm going out on a limb and trying more like skincare products and trying not to be so afraid. So I just kind of saturated my whole face, right? And if I were to compare this to like Glow Recipe and the Peach and Lily, which are my favorite face sprays, this one here, it hydrates the skin. I was very nervous that it was going to make my skin feel tight, because again, I do have that drier skin type, and a lot of face sprays do that for me. I'll like spritz my face and it makes it feel dry and tight, and I feel like the tighter my skin feels, like when I make facial movements, the more I guess textured or wrinkled it looks. That's just how my skin it looks on me. This one here is just a light refreshing mist, and it does hydrate the skin, which is one of the things that I was nervous that it wasn't going to do. So I really like it. It does have a fragrance in it. It's very pleasant. It doesn't linger on the face or anything like that. Like, it goes away pretty easily, but it's a very refreshing, very light hydrating mist. So I'm very happy that I got this, because like, say I spritz my face in the morning with like Peach and Lily, or like say it's really humid and hot outside, but I want a face spritz, you know, I could go for something either lighter than the Peach and Lily and the Glow Recipe. So in terms of lightest hydration to most hydration, this would be the lightest hydration, then it would be the Peach and Lily, and then it would be the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist has got the most hydration if they were to kind of be in order. But I really like this. So again, I sprayed my face with it twice. So I did it once, and then I kind of fanned it, and then I did it again. So that's what's sitting on my skin. I did powder ever so slightly around my nose, because I kind of got a late start today. And this makeup's been on for, like I said, the lipstick at the time was 3 hours, so probably going on 3.5 hours of having the makeup on. But yeah, I really like it. It does have a fragrance, just an FYI, and it is a fragrance ingredient that's on the ingredient deck as well. But very pleasant, very refreshing. And lastly, from Patrick Ta, they sent over the All Over Glow Balm. She's on Vacation is what it says. So this has got 1 ounce or 30 grams of product. And this one here is also made in the USA. So this guy here has got quite a bit of oil. So it's an oil-based product. And for me, like, I don't know what my deal is. I've always been like this, like even with lotion on my hands, like if I were to put some lotion on, I put it on the back of my hands and then I go like this, unless I start to get some cracking right here, because I do get calluses from the stuff that I do outside with horses and stuff, right there from being dry, especially in the winter time. So sometimes I just have to suck it up and put lotion on the palms of my hand, which I just don't like that feeling. But this one here's got quite a bit of oils in it. So it's definitely going to leave that oil kind of shine on the skin. So this is what the balm looks like. And then I'll just put some on the back of my hand here. I mean, it does definitely leave a really pretty bronzy glaze, you know, but it is oil-based product, and you can feel it in there as well. It's got like just a really pleasant, sweet smell to it. Like, it's subtle though, but I actually wouldn't like mind that scent in a perfume. It does say apply to face and body with fingertips, sponge or a brush for maximum effect on the shoulders, legs, and décolletage. See, I wouldn't hesitate to put something like this on my legs though. Like, I'd just lather it all up, you know. Apply with light sweeping motions using the Patrick Ta body brush. I suppose you can use any large brush, but that is kind of the finish right there that it gives the skin. A lot of happy surprises in that box. A huge thank you to Patrick Ta Beauty for sending over that package as well. And then I got a PR package from Colourpop, which I always get super excited about, as you guys know. And they did a collaboration with Stranger Things, which is on my list of things to watch. Like one of those deals where you want to start binge watching a new show, but like I've been too busy to watch a lot of TV, but it's on my list because I've heard just nothing but good things about the program. I think, what is there, 6 or 7 seasons? Maybe not that many, but there's quite a few seasons out and I've been meaning to watch it. But Colourpop did a collaboration with Stranger Things. So this is the card that is inside of the box. So you've got an eyeshadow palette, liquid highlighter, lip mask, ultra glossy lip trio, chrome liquid eyeshadow duo, and the instant crush cream blush. The cream blush is pH powered. The lip mask, it says fluffy waffle flavor, and it does. It smells delish. It smells like you should eat it. And then the liquid highlighter comes in the Hawkins milk box, which I'm sure I'd understand what that means when I watch the show, right? So it is new and it is limited edition. So we've got the Have You Seen Me Liquid Light Glow Drops, 0.39 ounces of product. It's a milk carton, and then your highlighter is inside. Very, very cute. Again, I'll understand that more when I watch the show. But let's put a drop of this on here, and it is a very pretty liquid highlighter. I'm actually going to mix a few drops of this in my foundation. Add a bit of luminosity. Isn't that pretty? Just a really pretty glowy liquid highlighter right there. So that is the highlighter. And then we've got the waffle lip mask. It's very cute. This guy here has got 0.5 ounces of product. It's in a waffle style packaging right here, and then here's your lip mask, and it does smell like straight up like maple syrup. It smells like, again, edible. So that is the waffle lip mask right there. And then we've got the Talk to Me ultra glossy lip trio. There are 3 of them in here, 0.06 ounces a piece, and these are really, really pretty, like easy to wear glosses. These legit look like Christmas lights. You've got the 3 glosses right here. So you can see in there, there's quite a bit of sparkle inside of the tube, which is really pretty, in my opinion. I know not everybody likes that, but let's swatch the pink one called Where Are You? These have got a great, like, sweet scent to them as well. So there's Where Are You? And then the blue one is called Run. They all kind of have that same sweet, it's almost like a bubblegum scent. Love. So that one's Run. And then the third one in the trio is called Right Here. So those are the 3 glosses right there. Super cute packaging as well. It's got the Stranger Things on the cap. And then the blush is the Instant Crush Cream Blush, 0.18 ounces of product in here. Here is the box packaging. And then the actual packaging is their cardboard with a magnetic closure. And I've tried a couple variations where they look like a charcoal in the pan and they turn pink. This one here, it's that creamy, slight bit of, I don't know, it's got a slight bit of a dimethicone feel to them, like those other cream blushes that they launched. This one's just very, very light. And I do have to be careful with this one, pouncing it over my cheeks if I'm to use it as a blush. But you can kind of see right there, I'll leave it up for a few seconds while I swatch some of the other products so you can see kind of what color it turns. It does have like this pH pink with a berry kind of a base to it. It's very, very thin, very kind of slippery feeling. And then we've got the Monster Chrome Liquid Eyeshadow Duo. 2 of them times 0.05 ounces each. Super cute packaging again on that. And I actually used one of these as kind of a base for the shadow that's on my eyes. So I've got it on the majority of my lid, and then I tapped one of the shades from the shadow palette over the top. Love, absolutely love the effect of it. I almost feel like it grabbed the sparkles that are in the palette, and like with these being like a multi-chrome. They're subtle multi-chromes, but they are multi-chrome products. It just really made that shade on the lid very interesting. So I am wearing the eyeshadow palette, and then the shade Humanoid as the base for that shadow palette. And it's got like, it's gonna be hard to see the kind of the little cap design there. So this one's Humanoid. And then the other shade is Interdimensional. And I think that these are the first kind of multi-chrome, not multi-chrome, holographic. These remind me more of holographic. They're like holographic multi-chromes is what they remind me of. They do have a nice playtime. So I took the wand and I put it over my eyes with a nice amount, and then I just tapped it to kind of even out the coverage, and then I went over it with the eyeshadow. I would say out here there is no powder eyeshadow, or like it's actually one of the pressed glitter shadows. That's on the majority of the two kind of thirds of the lid. So there is some of just this shadow, and it looks really nice, and it's lasting good throughout the day. It doesn't crease or anything. Again, I have got dry eyelids, but they do have some playtime to them. So those are the little chrome liquid eyeshadows. Lastly in the collection, we have got the Stranger Things eyeshadow palette, Chapter 1, 11/6/1983. Oh, that's funny. I was born 11/26/1983. So here's the box packaging. It's one of their 18 larger pan styles. It's got that really nice soft matte feel, which always makes products feel more like luxurious to me. And it's textured as well. This is what the back looks like. And again, this is the shadow palette that I have got on my eyes today. Great Colourpop formula as per usual. They're also magnetized in the pan so you can pull them out. So that chrome glitter shade that I was talking about is actually 1983, which is this one. So I've got it by itself underneath the brow, and then I've got it on the lid over that chrome liquid eyeshadow. And there are two of those glitter shades, and you guys know that I have mentioned it before. Colourpop does pressed glitters the best out of any brand that I've ever tried. They're suspended really well in a base with a bit of pigment as well that almost makes you able to use them just like a shadow. So yeah, again, they're my favorite pressed glitter that any brand I've ever tried has done. And I really like this color story. It's very kind of unique, grungy, Halloweenish maybe. In this next row. And then these guys. I love like that color combination of just those four shadows. I'm gonna have to go to the side of my arm here. And then this last row here. So fun. So again, that is the Stranger Things. Do I have every product? I think I do have them all together, so you can kind of see the color story there. And then there's that blush, what it kind of turned to on my skin tone. And a huge thank you to Colourpop for sending over their latest collection as well. I did just have to apply a bit of pressure to remove those swatches from those liquid chrome shadows, which tells me that they go on with a decent amount of playtime, so I'm able to like pat them out, and then they set down really well. And I like that, so I was able to use the, you know, the other shadow over the top, and it stuck really well, and I had playtime, and it's long lasting. So just wanted to mention that. Next up, I got a PR package from Essence, and they sent over their Slimsticks. It says pucker up with the Slim Stick, featuring 6 hours of vibrant, nourishing color with a velvet matte finish, enriched with nourishing jojoba oil, macadamia oil, coconut oil, and vitamin E. This creamy formula keeps lips feeling ultra comfortable and hydrated all day long. These long-lasting lipsticks are vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and available at essencemakeup.com and Ulta for less than $5. So that's what it says on the back of the card there. So here is what the box looks like. They're all presented lovely in the packaging. So let me pull them out and get started swatching here. I have worn 2 shades of these as well, and this formulation, it does feel really comfortable on the lips, but it does have those silicones in there which make them, you know, be matte while also being comfortable while on the lips, and they do have a really nice wear time. They do have those hydrating oils as well, which will help, but the silicones in the matte formula helps them to kind of be more along the matte line of things without being like super drying like matte lipsticks can be. So that's kind of how I would best explain the formula. So this first one is 101 Chocoholic, which is a nude. So it's a twist up packaging there. So again, this one is Chocoholic. Really pretty, like muted, almost like a nude with a bit of a grayish to it, which I do like. And then we've got 102 Over the Nude, which I also like this color. So this one's Over the Nude right there. And then we have 103 Brick Road. Again, 103 Brick Road. You can see how nice and kind of creamy they go on with having kind of that more matte finish to them. So this next one we've got is 104 Baby Got Blush. Again, this is 104 Baby Got Blush. And then we have 105 Velvet Punch. This one is Velvet Punch. 105. And then we have 106 The Pink Drink. So this one is 106 The Pink Drink. Right there. And then we have 107 Hot Chili. This one is 107 Hot Chili. That is a pretty vibrant red color. And then we've got 108 Nice Spice. Oh, this is pretty too. Oh, I love that. I should have wore that. I could have wore that. I'll wear it tomorrow. That one is 108 Nice Spice. And then we jump to 201 Sweet Copper. I'm interested to see if they've got more shades in this range. This is like a really nice creamy lipstick formula. Very pigmented. You can see just how like smooth they go on as well. So Sweet Copper 201 is the last one here. That's also a really pretty orange base kind of red color. So those are the new Essence, the Slimstick 6-hour long-lasting lipsticks. Very, very nice. Huge thank you to Essence, again, for sending over these products as well. And then lastly, I got a PR package from Milk Makeup. They sent over their Keep Your Cool Fresh New Jellies Bouncing in Hot. They're the cooling water jelly tints. They got new shades that launched. We've got Fizz, which is a soft peach, Fresh, which is a soft pink. So those are the 2 new shades. And they also sent over their other 4 shades. So I'm going to swatch all 6 of them. It says, keep your chill because the coolest, bounciest, most game-changing launch of 2024 is back with 2 new shades. Meet Cooling Water Jelly Tint in Fresh and Fizz, softer, sheerer versions of the lip plus cheek stains that were inescapable on your feed this year. They've got the same bouncy texture, clean skincare packed formula, and long-lasting staying power you love, now with a more subtle hint of color you can't mess up. Just, you know, please don't eat them. They did send over a brush as well to use with them. It's a nice dense brush, which is the type of brush I feel you'd want to use with a product like this, or either try to, you know, use the end of your sponge to pounce them on the cheeks. So it's just a really nice, soft, dense, angled synthetic brush right there. I'll start off with the 2 new shades. So these guys here have got a total of 0.17 ounces of product, and these guys here are made in the USA. So there's the box packaging. They're kind of color coded there, and this is what the actual packaging. Again, I love when brands color code the packaging after you take them out of the box. So we have got Fizz right here. This is the first one we'll swatch. So they've got a little stopper. I do like to keep the stoppers, even though it's a little bit inconvenient to kind of pull them off when you use them. So again, this one here is Fizz. And I can attest that they do feel like cooling on the skin. And then we have got Fresh, which is the other new shade. They're almost like translucent. I actually used one of these the other day. I put it down on dry lips first. I kind of let it set because I wanted to have a bit of a pink stain after like my lip color wore off, and it worked out really great like that. Look at that color. Like you wouldn't think like a jelly based product would be that pigmented, right? So that one is Fresh. Let's take this fizz shade and this brush. I'm going to do this on camera. I don't know what it's going to do to my face, but we're going to do it. We're going to take this and just go like this on here to see if it gives a little bit of this dewy kind of flush to my skin. Yeah, it feels cooling. Kind of intensified my blush cheek color, which I kind of didn't need because I was a little heavy-handed with my blush today, but very lightweight cheek products right there. But I'm happy to report with this brush over my already set foundation and everything, they went over really nice. That's like really exciting to me that I can pounce a cream style product over already set foundation, because I do really like cream products. I like the way cream products actually look over like powder, but I don't like it when they move my foundation. So I'm really excited that these didn't do that with that brush. Let's swatch the other 4 shades. We've got Burst right here. So this one is Burst. And then we have got Spritz. This one is Spritz. Ooh, it's like a tangerine. This next one is Chill. This one is Chill. And the last one is Splash. This one is Splash. They're really pretty. Those are Milk Makeup's Cooling Water Jelly Tints with their 2 new shades, and then the other 4 right there. And just a massive thank you to Milk Makeup for sending these guys over as well. Real quick, just to show you guys the stain that's left behind. This is a makeup wipe. They're pretty long lasting products, as you can see there. We'll just be going about the rest of our day with a pink arm. It's fine. And that is everything for the haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.